I have an alarm. Can you check it after we're at 7316?
What's good? What's good with it, everybody? I want to touch on this story that just happened a couple days in Chicago. This 11-year-old kid. Let's check it out. All right, right here it says an 11-year-old boy was found dead from a gunshot wound to the head early Monday in the far south side apartment, according to Chicago police. Y'all, first of all, let me say this. Okay, when the story first hit the news the other day in the morning, they first came with something else saying that the boy was found inside of a store. So last night I went there and got the footage just to check out the location more. But the story goes on to say officers was called to the home on the 900 block of West 119th Street in West Pullman around 12:55 a.m. and found Jaquan Anderson on the floor, police said. Initially, police said Jaquan had suffered trauma to the head, but later they that the medical examiner officer determined the boy suffered a gunshot wound to the head. Now, let me just stop right there. This boy is 11 years old, and they didn't find him to 12:55 at night. Now, the mother of the 11-year-old boy said that she didn't hear nothing about her 11-year-old son being shot in the head until she saw it on the news the next morning. This story is crazy because you would think, what would an 11-year-old boy be doing outside that time of night? And then why would a mother not notice that her 11-year-old kid is not in the house, and she don't hear about the story until she see it on the news the next morning? But it goes on to say detectives are investigating all possible motives, including domestic related. Police said in a statement, detectives were questioning 3 people. The apartment is a 2-story brick building, and the apartment is an above a business. Right. So that's what that video footage I was just playing. Say police walked in and out of the front door of the building and shined flashlights in the overgrown yard next to the building. The whole building looks strange to me, y'all. Let's just go back over the footage that I got just so y'all can get another drawing of the location where they found this 11-year-old kid. 11-year-old shot in the head. Y'all, just the other day before yesterday, 16 people got shot in Chicago. This is a normal thing. Most citizens of Chicago are numb to this. Somebody dies, just another thing. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad, y'all. This is a regular thing. And I truly believe that the police, Chicago police, are doing some of these shootings because it don't make sense. A lot of these shootings don't add up. One thing about Chicago, you cannot step out of your door and not be under mass surveillance. So if we know the city of Chicago and most of America is under mass surveillance, how can some of these crimes go unsolved? They seeing everything we do. And in Chicago, they have this technology in high crime neighborhoods, such as this one. They have gunshot detectors. So when gunshots go off, the police immediately get an alert of what area that the gunshot came from. Obviously, it wasn't used in this case. But let's just go back over and get a drawing of the area that they found this kid in. This is the area. I went last night just to check it out. This is on the far south side of Chicago. It's the building that they supposed to found the kid in. It's crazy. This kid 11 years old, and the mother didn't know anything about the shooting or her son being shot until she saw it on the news the next day. But you know what's crazy, y'all? It's normal to see, and like I said, I know it's crazy, but it's normal to see a kid that age walking around in Chicago on his own, possibly on the street, just living, trying to survive. I spoke to a guy yesterday. He told me a story about his wife being killed. I'm gonna try to do an interview on him. He told me a story about his wife being killed some years ago, and when they found out the people that was responsible, his wife didn't show up at work one day. They found her in an abandoned building with a throat slash. She was raped and everything. When they found the 2 people that was responsible for it, it was a 13-year-old boy and a 14-year-old boy. 2 boys came up missing after that. You know, my whole point is this place is crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, this is the store, the location where they found the little boy. See all on the side. It look straight. It's a small store. I never, really noticed it until I saw this story on the news. But this is where it's at. Okay, I want to share something else with y'all real quick. What I was just saying about far as the mother, how she got knowledge of the story. Check this out. Okay, right here. Here's the little boy. May he rest in peace. Young soldier. All right, it's saying an 11-year-old boy was found shot to death in the city of the West Palmer neighborhood. The child identified as Jaquan Anderson. We read through all that, but I just want to get to the part right here where his mother said she was very sweet and had a big heart. Jaquan family mother told, hold on, I'm trying to get to the part where she learned about the death. I know I just read it 1 second ago. It said in the pool of blood, his mother said she was, okay, it said the family said police never told them about the shooting. The police never told these people about this 11-year-old boy. This is the family of the boy. The cops never said anything about the shooting. And then it goes on to say they heard about the death on the morning news. How can that be? An 11-year-old kid is no different than from a 5-year-old kid, a 1-year-old kid. How can the kid not be known to be out of the house? Or the whole situation is just crazy. I'm not pointing no fingers at the mother or the family or anything. It's not enough information out for that. But I'm just bringing awareness to the story. This is something that happened every day. Every day. But yeah, it's crazy that the family didn't even find out about this till they saw it on the news. I mean, what parent, I mean, that's the first thing you want to see when you open your eyes is your seeds, your kids. And not even the first thing in the morning, throughout the night. If you have kids living in your household and you're raising kids, you checking on them throughout the night to make sure they're straight, especially in a place like this. A place like this where crime goes on the regular. You're watching out. You don't know if your life gonna be taken from some fools on the street. You don't know if your life gonna be taken from the police. You just don't know. You just don't know. So living in Chicago, and not just Chicago, you just have to be on guard for all these type of things. You gotta be on guard for it if you want to survive. And all of us do. All of us want to survive. But yeah, it's crazy. Y'all see right here, say his mother said he was very sweet and had a big heart. I can believe that. He was only a kid, 11 years old. Jaquan mother's family said police never told them about a shooting. How can that be? That is crazy. Just imagine that, y'all. Something happening, God forbid, something happening to one of our kids, and then the police don't come and tell us nothing. And that's the worst fear that being a parent that you can have. Something happening to your kid. That's the worst fear. That's why y'all always hear me stress on security. Security is a must. And most of us being parents, we have to make sure that the security is tight, because if our security tight, then everyone around us, we securing them too. That's why I stress security mainly for the women. Mainly for you women. It's very important. Secure your area. Secure those around you. Make sure the security tight. Because if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it. Nobody going to secure you and yours like you will. That's just the truth. That's just the reality of it. Nobody going to do it. Y'all, YouTube took I had reposted the part 2. And YouTube took it again this morning, so I'm gonna post it on other channels. And I appreciate everybody coming over and subscribing to the 5. We're gonna do some big things over here, y'all. We're gonna move as a family. We're gonna get involved, and what I would like to happen, you know, just about everything that goes down, everything we do over here, I would appreciate if all of us get involved, like we've been doing that, and that's not nothing new to us. This something that we do. We get involved. So we do. We get involved. I appreciate everybody coming over and subscribe. I'm handing out a few wrenches. No, I just wanted to bring that story to, you know, everybody, and pass out some wrenches so we can get the channel going. You know, and I ain't even really worried about people coming in that not supposed to be in, because if they want to waste their time and be on all that kiddie stuff, coming in as trolls or trying to get wrenches or whatever, if they want to waste their time doing that when they can, I mean, it takes maybe a couple seconds to subscribe, and it takes a couple seconds to put in bogus comments, silly stuff. Just imagine those 5-10 seconds. You could be telling your kids you love them instead of typing some nonsense in somebody's chat or just being on some dumb stuff. You can do something productive and positive. If not for you, do it for somebody else. So a lot of the time that we take, you know, spending doing nonsense, man, we can do something else. We better than that. And we're going to show it. And I appreciate everybody that come in here. Come in. Like I said, we're going to get some work did. We're going to get some work did, and we just going to crack down a lot of things. We're going to work together as a family like we've been doing. As a family like we've been doing. And, you know, not to just go back into deep into the story, but just to retouch on the video that I had posted yesterday about the, when I called the O'Hare Airport and required some information about the Kanika Martin girl, because some of you may know and some of you may not that it was said that that's where she had supposed to work at that time. At that time. So, you know, what I did was just called and see if I can get some information. But, and y'all heard the lady on the other line, she played games for some apparent reason. And, you know, I just wanted to, and y'all, I'm quite sure everybody was full aware of what I was doing, calling and just trying to get that little piece. Because sometimes all it takes is just a little piece for us to get a lot. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to get a lot. Man, we all in the building. Imagine that. Zena King, Maria Sanchez, Marlene. I appreciate everybody coming up in here. We're going to get the work did. And it feels good to, you know, just to be done with, you know, all that stuff that was done to us. It was like that stuff was holding us. It had us trapped in an endless era. It had us trapped in an endless era, especially, you know, for something with no answers. Let's just use this for an example. And like I said, most of us got kids. Imagine when your kid do something, a little bitty kid, and then you catch them in the act, and then you say, hey, I know what you did. And then just that look that they have on their face when they get caught. When they get caught, not just the look, the actions that that little innocent, you know, thing, but it's natural for a kid to respond in that way. But us being adults and parents, we can recognize that stuff and we understand it. And we understand it. But at the same time, what was done to us, it was so crazy that, first of all, we couldn't understand it. We just couldn't. We couldn't understand what was being done until later. It took time. It took dedication. And I'm not going to say patience, because it was so much being done to us. We had lost our patience. We lost patience dealing with these people. There was no more patience. And to be honest, it was no reason to have patience. What do we need patience for? We didn't ask for it. We dealt with it. And I have said numerous of times, way back from the beginning, none of us asked for this stuff. It fell in our lap. So one thing that we did not do, we didn't run from it. That was a no-no. We wasn't going to do that. So we fought. We fought. And we all should feel good about it. We all should feel good about it because we got educated. We was made aware. And we was awakened. We was awakened to something that we was completely asleep about. It's like when somebody walk in the room and you getting that good sleep. They flick that light switch on. Some of us will jump up instantly. But some of us will say, hey, man, turn that light off and wake up slowly, gradually. But sometimes, in most cases, it's better to wake up slow than not wake up at all. And that's where we at. And that's where we're going to stand. We're going to stay there. We're going to stay there. Like I said, we was awakened. We was educated to something that we wasn't educated to. Awakened to something that we was dead asleep to. And so now what? We know how to deal. We know how to deal with this stuff. We know how to recognize this stuff. And that whole Crown Plaza thing was so crazy. But at the same time, it taught us a lot of things. It taught us a lot of things. It taught us how to recognize certain things, whether it's from on YouTube, whether it's something in our personal lives, whether it's something that you come across on the street from day to day or whatever. It sharpened our tools. It sharpened our senses. It sharpened our vision, our hearing, our capability to think. It sharpened all of that. And we're not going to let it go to waste. We can't let it go to waste. We have to use it to progress. Because believe it or not, the reason we are here right now is because we wanted to help somebody. We wanted to help somebody. No matter who it was or just the situation. We wanted to offer help. So what that do? That brought us all together, which is a good thing. It is great. That's great because that's what we came to be is something that you seldomly see happening nowadays. People coming together. And not just people coming together for a real cause, for something serious. Not just no nonsense. Not just no crazy stuff. We coming together for something real. And it feel good. It feel good. So when I say we all deserve a pat on the back, I mean that. I mean that. I truly mean that. We put in a lot of work. I don't care if it was just searching something on YouTube or searching something on the internet or just trying to gather some information or whether it was just sitting back in you all homes and just thinking, just trying to just get a clear understanding, which in most cases it was hard to do. But it's understandable because we all was rocking in the same boat. We was rocking in the same boat. And then, like I said last week, a lot of us was, paying attention to things and we was like, oh, this stuff is edited. Of course it was. We were supposed to know that. It was there for us to say. It was there for us to see. So we noticed it, we seen it, and we called it. But it was all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. But, I always say just because, people plan and plot on us, that don't mean, hey, we plan back. We plan back and if we under attack, one thing I want us to understand and truly live by from this day forward, we would not be placed under attack the way we were in this past whole ordeal we went through. Can't happen no more. I'm not going to say that they're not going to do it again, but I'm saying what they done to us, we cannot allow. We cannot allow. It's okay to ask questions. It's all right. I don't care who it is. So if you come in my chat and you ask a question, it's my duty to try my best to make you understand. Especially if we all working together, then if a question come through, anybody want to ask, I mean, us being a family over here, it's our duty. It may be something I may not know. Maybe something Marlene might not know. Mildred might not know it. Miss Naturally Knowledge might not know it. But I bet you this. If we come together and work how we work, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. When we move as a whole, as a unit, we can't be touched. We can be touched, but it's on us how effective it is. We can shut it down. We can allow a little bit. We can even allow a lot. But how we going to work over here, we're going to shut it down through the gate. And then we're going to dissect it. And we're going to run it through what we run it through. And then at the end of the day, we'll call it. But when we over here doing what we do, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. Like I said, we all came here for one reason. Well, a bunch of reasons, but y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. Marco ain't going nowhere. I hate that they took that channel, but it's all good. Because like I said, they can't just they can't stop us from what we're doing, even though they want to just get control of. They want more. They don't want to just control what we say. They want to control what we think. And if somebody controlling your thinking, you're practically dead. And if you don't have, and most people in this whole entire situation, it was an emotional one. It was very emotional. So if you don't have no emotions towards that, it's not about being hard. It's not about being tough. It's not about none of that. It's about being human. And if you don't have emotions towards certain things like what we just went through, that means you're dead. You're not human. How can you be human and not have emotions? It's a part of living. It's a part of being who we are. That's why I said that whole trip we just went through, it was an emotional roller coaster ride that we came out, and I say this and I mean this, we came out all right. Yeah, we took that ride and we took it for a long time. But we got to understand it. When you understand something, when you have an understanding of something in the midst of approaching it or dealing with it, hey, it's going to help. Because just imagine trying to deal with something that you don't have no understanding of. It's going to be a difficult task. I'm not saying that it can't be accomplished, that we're not going to accomplish anything, but I'm saying it's going to be difficult. And what we just went through just proved it. But just because it's difficult, that don't mean that it affects us in a negative way. Hey, we know how we roll. If it's difficult, then we just slice faster. Because if something is appearing or something is difficult to us, then 9 times out of 10, it's being made that way for a reason, especially in this case. It's being done intentionally to make things harder for us, to make us have a tough time, to make us want to give up, to make us do a about face. Nah, we don't roll like that. We don't roll like that. Ain't no about face in it. Ain't no running from in us. Ain't none of that. The only one good thing we can say we got out of this whole ordeal is that it brought us together. It brought us together. We here. Do we got any regrets? Nah. We probably got angry and frustrated along the way, but hey, that's life. That's life. So what's our job to do? Deal with it. Deal with it. And that's what we gonna do. The chat looking good. The chat looking good. I love it. Truly blessed. Lachey, grown women, Pretty Apple, Liz, Victoria, Bowleg, Zena, Cutie B, Pretty Apple, Toya, TNT. It's a beautiful thing. Red Summer, My Lane, Nina Ray. It's beautiful, y'all. We here on a beautiful cause. We landed here a beautiful way. The way we landed was, man, we landed in where we at today. We landed here in a different way than from everybody else. It was different. Look at all the stuff we've been through. Look at everything we have been through. And then look what we at today. We was being built. We was in the process of being built. At some point, we didn't recognize it. And then later on, what? We recognized it. We understood it. That's what it is. And it's all good. It's all good. We're going to be all good because, like I just said, we're not letting these... It can't happen to us no more. I'm not saying that we superheroes over here and can't nothing be done to us. No, that's not what I'm saying. I know y'all know that's what I'm not saying. But I'm just saying that we are a stronger family today from what we just went through. It made us stronger, made us better people. No one person, I don't care who you are. I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about all of y'all. Nobody stays the same. Time goes. Even you change by the second. We all do. No one or nothing stays the same. You only got two options. Either you're going to get, you can't stay the same. Either you're going to get better or you're going to get worse. So if you're doing something to better yourself or better the situation, everything around you, then it's not going to, you're not going to stay in the same situation. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You give up hope, you lost before you even left the starting line. Nothing stays the same. You only get better or you only get worse. And what we on over here, we on some getting better. We want to get better. Not just at what we do. We want everything to be better. We want it definitely to be better than what it used to be. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting better. And if anybody try to make you feel like that's wrong, get the fuck from around them. You don't need them. We go through that type of stuff like every day. Just look what we went through. These people was actually trying to make us think that we were crazy. These people trying to make us think we was crazy. We got some big things coming, y'all. We're going to get straight to work. We got some big things coming. We got some mind-blowing things coming. But like I said, we're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it. Hey, these people jump out there, then we're going to get them. We're going to get them. What we going to do? Sit back and just let it happen? No, we know we ain't doing that. And I don't even care if they know it or not. This stuff that was done to us, I believe it was going on way before we even got knowledge of it. It was nothing new. It was just new to us. It was so crazy to us because we would think that living a normal life, normal people don't even get involved in this type of stuff. But hey, we was awakened to something else. We was awakened to a new reality. A new reality. So we're going to deal with it. Man, we looking good. I appreciate everybody over here supporting your boy. And you know, it's summer approaching. You know, the summer get turned up everywhere, and it'll be real good. You know, a lot of us, and we all gonna support each other. We all gonna support each other. It'd be good to see a lot of you all start channels and you know, just do what you do with the support of us all. With the support of us all. We got to do what we do. Yeah, much love, Pretty Green Eyes. Much love, Nina Ray. You already know. Andrea Queen, Zena King. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate everybody. Mama D, what's up? Good to see everybody in here. But yeah, that story I was just in the beginning, it's crazy how an 11-year-old boy, I mean, we know kids are gonna be kids. It's not their fault. It's not their fault that they kids. It's up to us to handle them while they're kids, while they're at a certain age, so they get up in age where they can do what they do. But to be 11 years old, this remind me of an 11-year-old kid that got killed way back in the day named Yummy. Tupac even made a song about him. But for an 11-year-old kid, what can an 11-year-old kid do to make you want to blow his brains out? Y'all saw it, they said when they found him, he was in a pool of blood. The mother didn't know anything about it until she looked up on the news the next morning. So what that means is that the mother found out about it the same time I did. I'm sitting here watching the news. I'm like, whoa. So I get up last night and said, man, let me ride over here. Let me check this area out, man. But I don't understand. What's up, brother Yaya? I don't understand what can an 11-year-old kid do that will make someone feel like they have to blow his brains out. I don't care what he did. If he did anything. So if I'm sitting here saying there's nothing that an 11-year-old kid can do to make you want to blow his brains out, then whatever he did, bottom line, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. But someone blew his brains out. I hope they get to the bottom of it. But like I say, and I'm not pointing any fingers towards the mother because we don't have enough information to do that. Only information we have now is that they found this little boy, 11 years old, with his brains blown out. The mother watching the news the next morning. That's when she get knowledge of her 11-year-old son dead. She see it on the news the next morning. That's crazy. It's upsetting. It's disturbing. And then what's even more crazy is that the police didn't even make the mother aware that her son got shot. He's dead. They didn't even tell her. I told y'all I think Chicago police is doing most of these shootings because if the whole city under surveillance, you can't even step out on your porch without being under surveillance. How are a lot of these shootings going unsolved? They see everything. So for all these shootings to be going down and then nobody getting arrested for it, none of this. I truly believe that they have a lot of these racist cops, even some black ones. Even some black ones. They come through and they do these shootings and they spark these gang wars off. And then what you got after they do that? You have mass shootings, people dying everywhere. You got people dying everywhere. And Here's another thing I want to touch on, and we all know who Andrew Holmes is. I always said this guy was a gatekeeper. He was put in place strategically by these people. Some of y'all may recall a story when his daughter was supposed to get killed by two guys at, I believe it was at a gas station in Indiana somewhere. Why did they just find them two guys innocent? They let them go. These people are nothing but liars. They nothing but liars. They place these people in these corrupt cities. And Illinois, y'all, is one of the biggest corrupt states in the country. One of them. Chicago have always been known for dumb shit. It's just the truth. I've been here all my life. As a kid and as an adult. It's just this way. It's a jungle. And it's a jungle everywhere. And most of y'all can relate. It's not just happening here. That's why y'all able to relate. Because it's not just happening here. Chicago have become a place where if something happened, you have to approach with cautions. Whether it's true or not, you have to examine. I mean, we didn't ask to be shaped this way. We just want to live. We just want everything to be okay, but we know that that's not the real world. The real world is now anything happen, especially in Chicago, we cannot just jump out the window and say, man, we believe these people. No. So if we do an investigation or do our research and then it find out to be true, that's fine. That's okay, but it's nothing wrong with us responding the way we do. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. And just think about it. Just think about a year ago. Most of us weren't moving like this. Most of us weren't living like this. We weren't even thinking like this. But today we is. Hey, it is what it is. And we're here to stay. We're going to do what we do. We're going to progress. And the most important thing, y'all, we're going to have some fun while we're doing it. We're all going to get together collectively. We're going to put our minds together. And we're going to come up with all type of things to make sure that we have what we're supposed to. Make sure that we are shaped and formed and the type of family that we're supposed to be. We've been through a lot. But it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing we can't handle. We here, y'all. We in the building. I got love for each and every last one of y'all. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all. Know that. Because I believe that. I know it. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I got y'all back just like y'all got mine. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, and it's not just because I'm from Chicago. Everything we do don't have to be from Chicago. Hey, y'all live in other places. Man, I am here for y'all just like y'all here for me. If it's something going down where y'all at and y'all need my help or our help as a family, let's do it. Let's get it out there. Let's get the information. Let's do what we got to do, and bam, we own it. That's what we're going to do. It's not just about one person. There's no I in this family over here. Nobody is bigger than the next person. We all equal. So there's no I. We're going to throw that out the window right now. The word I, the letter I, does not apply to us. What applies to us is just that. Us. We. There's no I over here. There's no one person can do anything over here. We are one. There you go. We are. That's what we are. We one family. We one family. And it's all good, y'all. We're going to be all right. Because, like I said, we're not letting that stuff happen to us no more. I wouldn't give a damn if it was Donald Trump himself or whoever. Can't happen no more. So we gonna throw the eye out the window right now. We starting, since this the first video from this channel, our new channel. We gonna get rid of that I. It don't exist over here. It's we, us. Again, I love each and every last one of y'all. I appreciate everybody tuning in the morning. This story is sad about this 11-year-old boy. Like I said, what can an 11-year-old kid do to have his brains splattered all over the ground by a gunshot? It's beyond sad. It's disturbing. And it would make any, not just being a parent, any person with just a grain of life in you, it should disturb you in some type of way. We got a lot of work we got a lot of work ahead of y'all, ahead of us. We got a lot of work ahead of us, y'all, and we're gonna get to it. Again, I hope everybody having a beautiful morning. Let's get the day going. Some of us already got our day going, and it's all good. We're gonna be all right though, because only thing we're gonna do is what we came here to do. We came here to do it, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it to the fullest, y'all. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it to the fullest. Take it off the Richter scale. I'll be back later on, early evening. I got another story I want to report on. Y'all, man, I appreciate everybody coming in this chat. It brings a smile to not just my face, to my heart. It's bringing joy to my heart. I really mean it. I really mean it. I thank for the support, for the love, for the knowledge, the wisdom, helping me get the understanding. Y'all, we in the building. I'm finna get ready to get on up out of here. Y'all already know my final words. Keep that security tight. One love, everybody. And I'm gonna punch on up out of here. And in that story, you know, anybody that want to go do a further research on that story, all you gotta do is type in 11-year-old boy found dead by a thrift store in Chicago, you know, just to get more information on the story. But it's sad, y'all. And again, I'll see y'all later on today. One love. Hope everybody move the way we move. Security tight. Head up high. Can't nothing bring us down. I love y'all, and I'm out.